Okay, so let's start off with what is a coordinate? Do you know what a coordinate is?
A coordinate is like a direction.
A direction, or think of another way you could use a coordinate.
Like a compass road, right? Like kind of like that.
It can be helpful with directions,
Yeah.
right? Just like a compass. So we're going to read in our book on page 10 about map grids and the coordinates that are in here. So I'm going to read, just follow along with me, okay? A coordinate
Yes, ma'am.
grid helps us find places on a map. A coordinate grid is a group of intersecting lines on a map. Do you know what intersecting means?
So
What would intersecting mean? Any guesses? So intersecting means like crossing over.
yeah, I remember when I was in Miss Power's class, it was like a crossing over shape,
Yep.
and she said intersecting.
Yep, so think of the letter T. If I put the letter T
T.
right here, see where it intersects? Where does it intersect? Show me.
Here, so it crosses that line.
You see right in the middle, right here,
Yeah.
where all of those? That's
Yeah, so
where it
like
intersects.
there's a line right there, and then a line goes through it,
Yep.
which intersects it.
Yep. So that would be where the lines are intersecting, okay? So a grid is a group of intersecting lines on a map. These lines run from the top of the map to the bottom of the map, and then from the left side to the right side. So just like look in this picture. So they go from top to bottom, and then they also go from left to right. You see where you're following along? Okay. The lines cross and make boxes on the map. Do you see all those boxes down there? They cross and make boxes. Each box can be identified with a letter and a number. The letter and a number for a location is called its coordinates. Okay, so when you're thinking of coordinates, you need both a letter and a number. Okay. Grid coordinates help us identify and find the locations of places on a map. Okay, so this would be easy if, say, we're going to look at a fake little city here in a little bit, and I'm going to give you some coordinates to find what object is on that coordinate, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so let's look at this one. Let's answer this first question. Chicago, Illinois is located at approximately B4 on this grid. So what you'll do first is you need to look down the side on B. Where's B? Good, so put your finger there. And then we need to go find 4.
So it's like this direction.
Well, no, because we don't go across the map. So we need to stay. So put your finger on 4 right here. And then also on B. And what box are they intersecting in?
Chicago.
That little dot, right?
Yeah.
So right
Little
here would be
dot.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay, that little dot. But do you see how we get to that box?
Yeah.
Okay, so like on B, here I'll show you with my fingers, so take yours off. So if we're on B, and we would go over 4 boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
My face is in the
It's
camera
okay.
for a bit.
It's okay. So once we got to that 4th box, that's when you would put Chicago is there right on that little dot. All right? So that's why that one's labeled Chicago. Let's go to number 2. Find the city at C1 on the map grid and tell me which one it is. Can you find C1?
Okay, that's C, and that's one over there.
Yep.
So this is in the section of that dot right there.
Which is what?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Good job. So circle that in that book. Yep. And then I also want you to circle it on the map so we can see it, that it's in C1. Perfect. Okay. Great. All right, so then let's look. Find Washington, D.C. on the map. Circle its coordinates here. So find Washington, D.C. and put your finger on it. Okay. What's the first thing we need to look at? Letter or number?
I think it might be B. Is B6 one? Oh, yeah, it is.
Well,
I think it might
okay,
be.
but let's look. We're looking for the dot, not the words above it. Okay, so what box is the dot in? From the dot, if you go all the way over, where do you wind up?
B?
No. Let me use a ruler to help you. Okay. You see that line? So I'm putting that line right there so that you know it's below that line. So what box would we be in if we go all the way over?
C.
So we're in C, we know C. And then it's in this box, which would be what?
5. So
your answer
is
is C5.
C5.
Yep. Perfect. All right, so now what we're gonna do, because you know how to work through coordinates, do you feel comfortable with it, or you want me to go over it again?
I feel good.
You feel okay with it? All right. So this one is going to be a tad bit different in the way that we are looking for what is on the actual intersecting line, but not the box. Okay? So let's look at this one for instance. We're looking for this schoolhouse. So we need to find the letter or number first.
I think the
Do we need to look for a letter or number first?
probably the number.
Which one did we look at first here?
Oh yeah, the letters.
Always stay with the letter first, okay? So let's finding the school. What we're gonna do is go all the way over to find a letter. What letter would this one be on?
C.
C, okay? So we know C, so you wanna write C right there. Now let's look, what number is this one on?
5.
5.
C5, right?
Yeah.
Same as the last
Yeah.
one.
All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to look for the pond with the little duck in it. Where do you see that on the map?
Okay, so I'm gonna go. It's gonna be E.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put E right there. E.
Then what do you do?
6.
6, good job. Okay, let's try the next one.
So that's. So I see that right there. So I think it's gonna be A.
Okay. What number are you thinking?
7.
7, good job. Okay, let's do this one up here.
Okay, so that one is probably gonna be B.
Okay.
One.
Good job. All right, we're gonna skip these last two right here because that was just a little review. So what I want you to do on here is to draw a compass. Remember how we would draw a compass? That's all right. Draw a line straight up. Now draw one to make it like a T. Yep. Then you're gonna draw, remember, in the middle.
Oh, like a star?
Yeah.
Like the X part of the star?
Yep. Okay, so which one is this one at the very, very top going to be? Do you remember our analogy for it? N-E-S-W.
Oh, wait, that's gonna
What
be
did we say it was?
north, because
North.
north is on the top.
Good job. So put north. Okay, so then what is completely opposite of north? So if we're on the top for north, what do we need to do? What do we need to put on the very, very bottom?
Probably S, south.
South, good job. Okay, so what would be on this side?
If I remember, I think it's west.
West, good job. And then on this side?
East.
East, good job. Do you remember what would be in the middle of those two? Remember we have these other lines here?
Oh, northeast.
Northeast is on this one, you're right. Okay, what would be on the bottom?
On the bottom. Southeast.
Southeast, good job.
Right here.
Yeah. Okay, and then on this side?
West, southwest.
Southwest, remember. Good job. We always put the north or south first, okay? And then on this one up here?
Northwest.
Northwest, good job. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this and you're going to tell me to start at a certain location on this map. Okay, so it can be any of these little pictures or if you want to give me a coordinate to find. And then you're going to tell me using these directions how to get to another point on here.
Okay, so I'm going to pick this one.
Can you walk that way so my light turns back on? Thank you. You're picking which one?
This one.
That one? Okay. So then tell me how to get to another place.
You can use east, so right here, to go to, like, wait, never mind. So
Yeah.
you can go northeast to go, like, up here.
Okay. Oh, and then what do I find at? What would I get at? Little house, right? Looks like a
Yeah.
house. Okay. So then without drawing the line, I want you to just tell me, verbally tell me, directions of how to get somewhere, and then let's see if I can get it right.
You can go, like, kind of like,
Am I starting here?
so go northeast to go to here.
Okay. So if I go northeast, I just come right up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Come
how
right
would
up.
I get to the little kids
I'm
playing?
gonna go, you would probably go south because
South.
it goes down.
So if I just go down,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then where do I need to go? I'm not exactly on that spot, am I? Because I'm just down here.
You need to go
If I go down, I'm just
east.
right here.
A bit east.
And I would just go east. Good job. All right, let's do 2 more, and let's see. Where do you want me to start?
Start right here.
On this little school?
Yeah.
Okay, what direction do I need to go?
You can go, so go north,
Okay,
west
northwest
to
get
up to
this
here.
little one?
Yeah.
Okay.
to the-
That was good. Now give me 1 more.
So you can go north, west again to get to there.
Northwest, right? So we'll start at this little house, and we wind up at the bridge when we go northwest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to label all of these just so we remember which ones they were. These were all northwest. This one we went southwest, and then we went south
yeah,
here,
south.
and then east to get to there.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember when we talked about the compass and our,
And the compass rose?
yep, and with our directions, how we can remember which ones they were?
Yeah. Never eat soggy waffles.
Soggy waffles. Okay, so never
You go like,
eat
you go to the right on never eat soggy
soggy.
waffles.
So when you're writing your directions on a compass, you normally would start with N, which would be never, right? And you're always going to go clockwise. Do you know what clockwise is?
Right?
Yeah, so look up at my clock on the wall.
Oh.
Do you see how when
because
it
the clock
turns,
right,
it
always?
goes this way, right? Yep.
Goes this way.
Yep. Clockwise would be the other way. Okay? But we're going to go clockwise when we fill out our compass. So we're going to start with north, and then we would go to what?
East
Yep. So
South.
never eat soggy
waffles.
right?
Never
Is
eat
that a good
soggy
way
wa-
to remember that?
Yeah,
Did
that's
that
a
help
good
you?
way.
Okay. Do you have any questions about coordinates for me?
No.
No? You're all set? You did really good on that. Thank you.
Welcome.